All right, everybody. This might be a little disjointed. We started the Murphy's Market Minute and ended it. And I forgot to mention, if you're looking at me wondering why the heck I'm dressed up like this, today we are filming our 8th episode of Backseat Ballers. It's a podcast that we started. 2 episodes have been released on YouTube.
Another one dropping today.
Another one's dropping today, so the third one. And basically what we do is I take local business owners out, drive them around in a car. It's kind of like comedians in cars. Or a cash cab or something like that. And I basically just interview them about their life's journey in regards to their business and the lessons learned and all that kind of stuff. It's been pretty cool. It results in some pretty interesting conversations, getting into people's stories of loss of parents, loss of children, divorce, and how you weather all that just in life, in addition to while you're trying to build a business. So it's kind of a pet passion project of mine. And like I said, today we're filming our 8th episode. Our 3rd episode drops. You can check it out at Backseat Ballers on YouTube, and you can check it out at Backseat Ballers on Instagram and Facebook.
Yeah, Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, all the above. Backseat Ballers KC on those socials, and then YouTube is like our main source. So it's just at Backseat Ballers.
Yeah, and we have a link to at the website elliotomanson.com. There's also in the top right-hand corner, there's a little hamburger, 3 little lines. You click on it, and it has a drop-down for Backseat Ballers website. And one of the things that we've done is we've partnered with a local charity. I don't want to call it charity. It's
nonprofit.
Nonprofit.
Yeah.
It's a foundation called the I Am Foundation. It works with disadvantaged youth and providing them opportunities. And I hate that word.
Yeah.
Disadvantaged.
Yeah.
I don't really believe anybody's disadvantaged. Everybody has different advantages. I think struggles and challenges are an advantage, personally. But anyways, they're a local nonprofit to Kansas City. They work with kids in high school and middle school all over the greater metropolitan Kansas City area. We just had a really cool event where they came out Wednesday. We're here all day. We had little classes for them on investing and taxes and saving and all that kind of stuff, and then they broke into teams, and Nathaniel put all this together. The credit goes to him, but they did like a Shark Tank style. They built businesses, and then they had to pitch it to me to try and get $1 million, not real like Monopoly money,
Pretty much, yeah.
to launch their business. So it was really cool. That I posted that on my personal Facebook page. I think that's also on the Backseat Ballers.
It'll be being posted out, and even these pitches for the Shark Tank with Elliot, like we got that all on camera podcast style. So that'd be pretty cool once that gets edited, and I'm sure Elijah from the I Am Foundation will like seeing that and probably post it on his socials and probably ours as well.
Yeah. So please check out the I Am Foundation on social media. Check out Backseat Ballers on YouTube and our social medias. It's just literally like, I don't know, a little way to give back. We make every business owner who comes on to Backseat Ballers donate $1,000 to the I Am Foundation. And since we do one a week, it's really helped like smooth out their cash flow and open up their ability to do a lot more for these kids in the Kansas City metropolitan area. And so I'm really proud of what we're doing there and the impact that we're having. And it's amazing. So that's all. That's why I'm dressed like this. Every time I film an episode, I dress up like a cowboy for some reason. Got no idea why.
I just don't think about it too much. But yeah.
And actually in my earlier episodes I didn't, and then I don't know.
It's branding.
I just decided let's create this brand. So if you want to see me dressed up like a fake cowboy, all hat, no cattle, and interview business owners about life and their journey, I think it's interesting. I hope it is. And as always, and it's also interesting watching the original episodes and being able to see all the things I need to tweak and do better. But I love constructive feedback, as any of you have ever given me constructive feedback knows. I think I take it pretty well.
Yeah.
And so please check them out and tell me how we can make it better. So again, for this week's Murphy's Market Minute Part 2, this is Elliot.
Nathaniel.
Signing off. Bye. Hello and welcome to this week's edition of Murphy's Market Minute with Elliot Omenson.
Nathaniel Vossman.
It is Friday, the 11th of July. We like halfway through summer.
Feels just about halfway through.
Yeah. And all sorts of good stuff going on. Obviously, there's still a little bit of tariff volatility. Markets opened down a little bit this morning just due to the threats of more tariffs on Canada and somebody else. Brazil, right? But overall, it's all pretty much settling down, or has settled down. I think the S&P is up over 6% for the year to date, right?
Yep.
We're up past the previous high, which was 61.43-ish. And today we're at 62.58.
Yeah, so we're up a couple percent off those previous highs.
Yeah. And so one of the things you guys might have noticed is a few days ago when the market had dipped, we've finalized moving everybody pretty much back into the markets. And I've been looking at a lot of clients' accounts, and for the clients that we did move out of the market and back in, we're actually beating the market year to date by a little bit. So it's nice to have done something at work.
Yeah, it's beautiful when it works out like that.
Yeah. And it's risky and it's a lot of work, which is why most financial advisors don't do it. So, but over the years that I've been doing this, I've just found you don't have to be perfect at it. If you can just capture some of the difference between where it was at and the bottom, you come out ahead.
Yeah.
So, and we eliminate volatility. And I think it also, hopefully, the feedback that I get from most of our clients is they just appreciate us doing something instead of just letting everything roll all the time.
Yeah, I think another thing that's good is that it's not like because another thing that other financial advisors do is just like one size fits all and do all the same for all the clients.
Yes.
And that's something that is a lot different here.
No, absolutely. And again, it's just a lot of work. But it's what we get paid for, right?
Exactly.
So, yeah. So anything going on that you think would be good to talk about in regards to what's impacting clients' portfolios, retirement accounts? I don't think too many of you have anything in crypto. But I think Bitcoin's at 118.
Yeah, and Ethereum's around 3K, which those are the two big ones, but Bitcoin's the biggest driver. And it was up pretty big yesterday. Yeah.
This is it's fantastic. So
for anybody holding crypto, it's a good thing.
Yeah, it's a real good thing. I don't really, it's I think the summer is going to be smooth now in August. August is usually a little rough, just due to the fact that that's when most brokers take 2 weeks of vacation, and it definitely impacts the markets a little bit, but nothing that is long term or anything. But you can expect a little bit of volatility in August usually.
Yeah, and then maybe just some, depending on how the tariffs play out, because I know a lot, including those Canada ones, are set to start August 1st.
Yep.
So we'll see what actually happens on August 1st.
Yeah, but I really I think all on the way, every doomsday scenario, every complaint, every argument against it has been proven to be false. Inflation's down. Last week we talked about, and I wish I could remember what the report was. We were talking about the jobs numbers. It was like 33,000.
Yeah.
And then literally the next day, the actual jobs report came out. It was at 144,000.
Yeah, it was beat expectations. So the one beforehand was the ADP jobs report, which is always like preliminary.
Yeah, and so I did want to correct us on that.
Because we were correct on the reporting, but the ADP, they only have such a certain size database based on their own clientele, because they're a payroll company.
Yeah.
And so that report missed by a good chunk, but then the actual jobs report
was stellar.
Yeah.
And there's more job openings available than there are supposedly people looking for work. I think there's 7 million job openings. And so really we're in this unique place, I think, where it's just, I don't know. I know I'm always optimistic, but I'm like more optimistic than ever.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, the underlying economy looks pretty good. And then we're still looking at like likely rate cuts later this year, which would be bullish for the stock market as well.
Yeah.
And for crypto, for anybody's in crypto. And
Yeah.
so we'll just see how it plays out, because I know the Fed kind of looks at employment and inflation. Inflation's pretty low and employment's pretty strong, but I think the argument's still there to cut the rates.
Yeah, yeah. And then you might see here in a month or two, I might start to introduce a new fund into the portfolios. It'll be something that for a lot of people, we use the SPY just as like the foundation, just because it averages like 8.32% over the course of time. But there's a fund that we've been looking at, very established fund managers, and they guarantee an 8% rate of return for the fund. And so we might start to incorporate a lot of that into the spot that was the SPY, just because, again, to have that foundational 8% fixed, and then stacking some other like tech and things on top of it to get the additional growth, I think is going to work out really well for everybody. But that's something that we've been working on for a while, and I'm guessing it'll be 40 to 60 days before we start to introduce that fund into the portfolio mix. So anyways, it's a short, sweet Murphy's Market Minute.
Yep. It's
summer. It's chill. All the chaos that gets talked about, I think, has been proven to be unrealized. And somebody that I actually have had the pleasure of meeting and I actually like, and I think he did a really good job in orchestrating the soft landing, and that's Governor Waller, the chairman of the Fed. He came out yesterday, it came out in his notes from the Fed meeting. He's pushing for the Fed to lower interest rates. He thinks they're late. He thinks it needs to happen now. And I think that's really good that he's verbalizing that. And I got to meet him back in 2021, I think, out of the Rocky Mountain Economic Summit, which is where he delivered that keynote address in regards to the soft landing. And he's fairly influential. And so I think that'd be really good if he can put some pressure on the Fed to lower the rates.
Yeah. And I think, like I keep pointing to September, and like the betting odds are always very, very accurate.
It's like crowdsourcing information.
Yeah.
Right?
And so betting odds have it at September for 25 bip rate cuts.
Okay.
And very unlikely for July, at just 5% chance in July.
Awesome.
So
yeah, it is low that'll happen this soon. But there's something else that happened in the big beautiful bill. What it's called?
Yeah, the one big beautiful bill.
The one big beautiful bill. They're bringing excess depreciation back up to 100%, and so even without rate cuts, I was on a conference call with some pretty high level real estate strategic tax planners, and there was well over 300 people on this call, and they're really expecting for that depreciation. Because it was down to 40%, and it getting moved to 100, they believe is going to, regardless of interest rates, spurn a huge buying market in the real estate world. So I think that could be good as well to get real estate going again.
Yeah.
So anyways, I think that's pretty much all we got today for this week's edition of Murphy's Market Minute. As always, if you have any questions, somebody saw some of the trade confirmations come through at the beginning of the week when we were finished moving the final percentages back into the market, and they reached out to us to ask what that was. So if any of you have any questions, as always, feel free to reach out. But for this week, this is Elliot.
Nathaniel.
Signing off. Take care, everybody.